Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's about that time to talk about some stocks, my weekly stock talk. On this video here, I will speak on what dividends are and what stocks have dividends and why you should be investing in dividend stocks so it can help you gain money while you sleep, or the more stocks you have, the more free money you're gonna get. So I want to get into that topic. Um, First thing I want to say is, what is a dividend? A dividend, when it comes to the stock market, is, let's say, for example, a company pays you for every share that you own of their company. So if you have five stocks from a company, let's say Bank of America, if you have five stocks, um, each share will get you paid a dividend, meaning they'll pay you, I think it's 28 cents for each share that you own. Now, I know people looking like, dog, 28 cents ain't nothing. Yes, it is. If the more shares you have, it might not be nothing if you got a couple of them, but the more shares that you have, the more money, the more free money you got. So the way I look at it is, for example, if you had 358 Bank of America shares, that would generate $100 for each quarter. Each quarter in the stock market is every 3 months. It would generate $100 for you to say, here goes a free $100 for you having 358 shares of my company. Now I know most people go, oh, $100 ain't nothing. Yes, it is. $100 can pay off a phone bill. It can pay off a water bill, pay off your cable bill. So imagine every 3 months, instead of going into your bank account, you could go to the stock market. Like, oh, I got this $100 from my dividends. Let me go ahead and snatch that 100 off and pay this light bill. I mean, this light bill or phone bill every 3 months. So you could do that 4 times a year, and that, like I said, that's free money. That's $400 that you don't have to take out your account. So if you had 1,786 shares of Bank of America, that would generate $500 each quarter. Now we're talking money, because now you got $500. So you're talking about, you could pay off your cable bill. I mean, you could pay your cable bill, internet, phone bill, whatever other bill. You can pay off about 3 or 4 bills depending on how your bills are set up. Or if you got a car note, you could, every 3 months, you could, let's say, for example, your car note is $450. Every 3 months, you would be able to get on here and get $500 for the pay that you got paid for dividends. Take that 500, transfer, and have get your car payment paid for that month. So you'll be able to do that 4 times a year. That's free money. That's for $1,600. Well, $2,000 that you don't have to take out your account, and you could just get from dividend pay. So I know I might sound like I'm talking in circles right now, but it'll all make sense once you start doing your own research. As I always say, I am not a financial advisor, but this is something that I've done with the stock market, and I believe it works, and it's been working for me. If it works for me, it can work for you as well, as long as you do your research on the stock. So, as far as dividends go, if you want to look for a stock that pays dividends, you simply could get on Google, or if you have the Robinhood app, you type in the ticker. So Bank of America is, I want to say, BAC. Let me see. I think Bank of America is BAC. Yeah, Bank of America is BAC. So if you type in BAC on Robinhood or on Google and type in dividend stocks, it'll show you that each share that you own pays you 28 cents for that stock. So the more shares you have, the more dividends it's going to pay. It's going to pay you that amount for each share you have. All it is about is slow grinding and getting to that point. Now, it might take a while to get to 1,600, but start off slow. Get to that 358 so you can have that free $100, and then work your way. Because if you can make it to 358, you can make it to 16. You can make it to 17. You can make it to 2,000 shares. But it all comes with you. How much money are you willing to put aside for your future, for generational wealth, for your financial gain? That's what it comes down to. So, like I said, get on there, Google or Robinhood, type in the ticker, look at the dividend, and then that's when you want to do your research. How has this stock been performing over the last month, the last 3 months, the last year, the last 5 years? If it's been performing well for 5 years, 9 times out of 10, this is a solid stock. You can look at the balance sheet, and I'll get into that on another episode because I'm still trying to figure that out. But once you start understanding the stock game a little bit more, it's gonna be perfect for you, because then you understand, oh, this is how everybody is leaving money for their family. You don't have to work until you die. You don't have to work until you die. That's what it comes down to. So, as I said before, 358 shares of Bank of America will get you $100 for each quarter. If you had 1786 of these shares, that will get you 500 each quarter, meaning that will be $2,000 free dollars every year. And that's your card payment 4 times of the year that you don't have to pay a card payment. So, like I said, the math makes sense to me. So, y'all look into that. I just wanted to get in here and also tell y'all how the stocks are performing. Now, I've told y'all about the stocks that I do have. I want to say 3 of the 4 have a stock dividend. The only one that doesn't pay a stock dividend is, I want to say, Amazon. Yeah, Amazon don't pay a stock dividend. But as far as my crypto, I have XRP. They are currently down to 304. Apple is $230.82. Amazon is $230.21. Bank of America is $47.10, and Wells Fargo is $77.62. Those are how my stocks are performing. Those are the ones I'm gonna continue to get into. Those are the stocks that's gonna take me to be the first millionaire in the Brooks bloodline. I will be the first Brooks with $1 million, and once that happens, I will be able to continue to pass that knowledge down to everybody else in my bloodline so they can continue to build generational wealth. You can be the first, but you have to start somewhere. Like I said, every week when you got a little free money, if you got an extra $20 that you don't want to spend, throw on FanDuel or whatever you do with your money on the weekend, put $20, $25 on your account and continue to start looking at these stocks, look at the ones that pay dividends for the most part, and go get that free money, y'all. I'm telling y'all what I know right now, and sooner or later, I'm gonna have 100,000, 500,000, a millionaire. I'll be a millionaire one day. I believe that if I can do it, everybody else can. So let's start working towards that generational wealth and close that gap and stop going around saying that we got to work to 75 years old and able to have some money to live comfortable with, when the average person lives about 75 years old. So, like I said, I don't want to be 75 years old, retired, and then have 3 years left to just sit in a rocking chair. That's not me. I don't want that, and I don't want it for y'all. So, anybody tuning in, I just need this to reach one person. Hopefully, you can run this video by somebody in your family, and maybe y'all can lock in and start doing some research on stocks and lock in and start building generational wealth, man. That's all I got for y'all for my stock talk this week. Make sure you subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your latest stock updates on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I'll be here every week to help inspire y'all, give y'all a little bit of motivation on why you should be investing in stocks. That's all I got for y'all this